The Lord said, be silent, listen, and act. Take action. And the Lord gave me this word about a week ago. And I've been praying and meditating, asking for further confirmation so I can deliver the full context of the message to you all. And absolutely this one resonates with me, because I will share those experiences with you. But ultimately, the point is here to keep your plans silent. Keep your lips sealed about what it is you're trying to achieve. You don't have to share everything with everyone, your family, your friends. Some things need to be kept to yourself until they come to fruition, so you can deliver the good news of whatever it is when it's complete and done and you've moved to another phase. Because we are in the season of countdown. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. I keep seeing those numbers all the time. And a few other things have popped up to confirm that as well. And I've been spending time with the Lord, who has advised me that this is the time. But it is really important to keep your plans to yourself while you navigate this final phase of the process until you reach the point of ultimate breakthrough. And listen to the Lord when he talks to you. The Lord will talk to you. The Lord is always talking to you. You just have to listen to him. And I have been learning how to do that, as we all make mistakes. Things happen, things don't happen. We do things, we don't listen, we take the wrong action, then something else happens. So, and that's it. When you're keeping your plans to yourself, you're listening to the Lord, it's about that taking action point. The Lord is saying to you, this is something you need to do to make whatever it is you're trying to achieve happen. And there could be many scenarios for this, but I will give you a couple of examples and then I will share a few scriptures the Lord led me to that are completely relevant with this message. And from my side, I absolutely know that the Lord has been talking to me. And what I also know is that the enemy's been coming at me like a ton of bricks from every single possible direction you could imagine, and obviously trying to prevent me from securing my position in the Hall of Fame, if you like. But yeah, essentially this is what it's all about, right? Keeping silent. So this is the second time I've put myself here on YouTube. However, the first time it was done using AI and more new age based, as that's where this has developed from. My love for the Lord and the mighty Jesus Christ. And as I was going through this journey, things had worked out perfectly. I'd received a blessing from the Lord, a financial blessing, which was in my possession. And I was full of joy, abundance, happiness earlier this summer. I mean, I still am, but what I mean is ultimately I felt like I'd achieved something, which is what we're all striving to do. And the Lord will do it for us. And that is what I've also come to learn. Surrendering control and taking my hands off and allowing the Lord to talk to me, to tell me when to do things and how, and I will do them. And I will tell you how that's developed from a negative to a positive. So essentially, yeah, the Lord is always talking to you. So I this is what I was saying, this is my second time on YouTube. The first time I reached a particular point I had this money and I thought everything's going in the right direction here. I'm moving, blessings are just going to keep coming to me now. They're going to keep coming. I had faith. I had complete faith. And I did surrender control, and I took my hands off what it was that I was doing. And it was working initially until the point where I shared the news with my family, meaning, the news about my new YouTube channel and the AI-based one that was, like I say, more New Age based. I think I was at about 800 subscribers and about halfway on the sort of viewing time to getting it monetized. I'd had sort of a couple of thousand hours of view time as well. And the videos, they sort of started off, few views here and there. Then they started escalating, started getting a few hundred, started getting some better ideas, and then started getting a couple of thousand. Got one up to about 30,000 views, I think, something a little bit more than that. And I thought, this is it. The channel's going. It's absolutely, I'm going to have 1,000 subscribers in no time. We get the channel monetized. This is something amazing. So I sat at the dinner table and I shared the news. And I said, look, this is what I've been doing. This is what's going on. And this is where I'm at. So now this is what I'm going to be doing. And literally at the point where I shared the news, everything stopped. And also, I mean, like literally stopped. I mean, like I think that channel is still on like 860 subscribers, and that was like a couple of months ago. It literally stopped. And and then a couple of subscribers naturally dropped off, right? Because I wasn't, don't think I posted any videos for a little while as well, because everything just kind of cascaded. The other thing that happened in line with that kind of caused that sort of, well, didn't cause it, but added to the process of that sort of collapsing, if you will, at the point in time, was the fact that the money that I'd received, the money that I'd been blessed with, as quickly as I'd received it, it was taken away again. Totally gone, completely gone. Literally, I think I ended up with about, I say completely gone, let me be clear here. Probably I ended up with about 20-30% of it. And it was enough to sort of keep me going for a while. But it was like massive kick in the teeth, right? So what I understand now is that I had reached a point where I had this money, YouTube was going great, and I'd kept it all silent until then. Then I started talking to people about it. A couple of friends, some family, and the money side of it, other friends, other people, I so-called friends, started getting, well, I would think jealous, right? Envious of the situation, thinking, he's got this money, and started asking me questions about it. And I felt like this was completely inappropriate. And I didn't want to divulge any information, but some of it was in relation to crypto, right? So I told him a little bit about the crypto stuff. Literally, it was after that point that I told him about that it all just sort of collapsed. Literally then, when it was like set to be going in whatever direction. I mean, crypto's crypto at the end of the day, but there are no such thing as coincidences. I opened my mouth, I divulged some of the information, and what I've been learning recently, this is why I've been spending time asking the Lord for further confirmation on this, is there are monitoring spirits. And they're around, and they can take possession of animals and other people's energies, and obviously if you share things that are going well, they're looking to gather information so they can take you down, so they can prevent that from happening and prevent you from achieving the success. And I've realized in my life there's been so many occurrences where that kind of thing has happened, where I've reached a point in doing something and thinking, not being egotistical about it, but just almost looking to try and help other people. Certainly with the crypto stuff, it was like, man, talking to my family saying, maybe you want to get a little bit of an investment going and stuff in this because it's going to be great. Literally, as soon as I sort of told them, and then I told this other chap, that's when it all disappeared. And there were signs then. I know there were multiple signs then that I received that were saying, you need to act, you're about to lose something, something's happening. And I didn't listen. Or I listened and I heard it, but I didn't act. And that is the whole point. When the Lord is talking to you, the Lord was trying to save me from that demise, from that happening. And I know, sorry about the sun, and I know that if I'd taken another listened and taken action when I was supposed to, then things would have been completely different, right? But I don't live in the past. I live completely right now here. But I like to create wisdom from the experiences I've had, because for us all, they have happened for a reason to get us where we are today. And now my knowledge, understanding of things and how to really listen to God, how to meditate with God, and how to be completely connected to everything that is being said and everything that I should do. And that is what led me to making this video. It's a tremendously important message for everybody to be completely aware of that. Keep your mouth sealed. Do not divulge what it is you're attempting to manifest into your life. You can pray to the Lord in private, keep some things private and talk to him about it, of course. But where there are prying ears and eyes, I don't, just keep it to yourself. It's as simple as that. And act when he tells you to. Make sure that you take the relevant action to get you where you need to go. I mean, I got one of those videos on that channel up to like 30,000, and then as soon as I divulged the news, 30,000 views, I think it was the highest one. Then the next ones were like 100, then they were like 50, then they were like struggling to get 1,000, and it was like, okay. And at the time I thought, well, I didn't really understand everything that I understand now. I would never have been able to make this video then. So just stay connected to the Lord and make sure that you listen, you take action, and you do what needs to be done to get you to where you need to go. And a couple of examples of how that's just turned around recently. A couple of other things I was doing. I was trying to sort of get things back in position. You end up chasing a little bit, you've lowered your frequency a bit, you've got to rebuild your relationship with money to a degree. And YouTube, so I've started another channel and I've now found my true path, and well, that's incredible. So I will continue doing this regardless. And some things started happening positively, right? So then I even just literally over the last few days, the last week, I did a couple of things, and I didn't listen to the Lord. I made a couple of investments, I didn't listen to the Lord, and then it was the one that I wanted. It went up by like however 1,000%. And I was thinking, so the enemy's planting doubt and fear. My dog, my cat, your family members. The opposition will use anybody to create the distraction and confusion to stop you doing what you're supposed to be doing, that the Lord wants you to be doing, to make success for yourself and create that positive lifestyle that you've always wanted. That is what we all deserve, and that is what the Lord wants for us all. The enemy does not. So, then I listened, and what I realised is, when you see it, just act immediately. If you see something and you think, that looks good, act. Don't hesitate, don't procrastinate. There's, spirits around you to create that energy so that you do that. And that is not what the Lord wants. He wants you to act instantly on your instincts. Trust him. You've got the information, now do it. I've done that. A couple of days, things worked out. I was thinking, wow, okay, now I'm really in the zone. I'm feeling ultimately 100% connected with the Holy Spirit, the mighty Jesus Christ, and I can feel it throughout my whole body. It's it's really strong, powerful, stuff this, and I just wanted to share it with you today. I've got a couple of scriptures the Lord led me to share with you as well. So let me just get stuck into those. Exodus 14:14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Obviously take action, but it doesn't mean literally do nothing, but it's saying that the Lord, he will fight for you. So just remain faithful and confident in the Lord always. Psalm 46:10, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. And then we've got Ephesians 6:12. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. So that's what we're talking about, the monitoring spirits and things. You just have to protect your energy and what it is that you are doing and what it is that you are trying to achieve. Because those prying eyes, and it is, will look to take you down. Next, and I urge you to write these down. I will put them in the description so you can take a look yourself. Write these down and spend some time, meditate on these, because they're really powerful. Micah 7:5 verse 6, do not trust a neighbor, put no confidence in a friend, even the woman who lies in your embrace. Guard the words of your lips. Proverbs 19:20, listen to advice and accept discipline, and at the end you will be counted among the wise. Act upon what the Lord is saying. Okay, then we've got Proverbs 21:23. Whoever guards his mouth and tongue keeps his soul from troubles. And the final one, James 1:22. Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Take action accordingly. Spend time meditating on these, understanding them, truly understanding them, and ask the Lord for further guidance on what it is you should be doing, as that is what I've been doing. I've been really spending my time with the Lord as much as I possibly can, in and around other things. And it's the most incredible thing that I've ever done. This is the best thing I've ever done. And as I say, the Lord gave me this message to share with you today so that others can do the same. So thanks for joining today. Please like, share, subscribe, and I really look forward to seeing you next time. Much love from me, and God loves you too. God bless.